Okay, welcome to round two of CTL. Gonna be a lot more of an interesting week because now the matches are actually going to be paired so that they're closer. And it's also 6-7 week. Oh my gosh, 6-7. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you to our donators that made that possible. We reached that donation incentive. Um, and also this is definitely because of 6-7 week. A lot of commentators are not available, so I will probably just be commentating by myself. So that's going to be super fun. I hope I can fill the silence. Uh, I had today. Again, I blame this on 6-7 week. Am I back? I think I'm back. I think I'm back? Okay, I think my webcam is just dead. But... You're back with cam... Okay, yeah. That's okay. Camera is very optional. You're not going to be looking at the camera during the gameplay anyways, which is the part that you care about. Okay, we're gonna have two Sylveon profile pictures there. Okay, yeah, that's great. Okay, so yeah, with I don't know how much I don't know how much was cut off from earlier, but what I was talking about was the it'll be up to Mcmasters to probably actually use some strategy with counter picking and whatnot because they have the unbalanced team. Meanwhile, UCSC has a very balanced team. I actually remember playing UCSC, and I see Blue Nature in TL all the time, so that'll be fun. I don't know, let's see. What kind of strategy do I think they'll be using? Okay, I guess it'll be up to UCSC to just try and beat the Mcmaster's 2 SS's and their 1 S player. And then... Yeah, but Mcmaster is gonna have like all the counter picking power with their X's and their SS players. They pretty much get to choose like the outcome of almost all the matches. So they're going to be doing a lot of counter picking strategy. I think their best chance of winning is for Rain Puddle, their Mcmaster's 3rd highest player, to beat out maybe like Vleth or Blue Nature from UCSC. But the thing is, Blue Nature and Vleth are both a little higher rated than Rain Puddle, not by a lot, so that'll be an actual close match. So that'll be the key match to watch out for, I guess. When Rain Puddle goes against either Blue Nature or Vleth, which I'm sure that Mcmaster will probably be able to force that match to happen, even though UCSC will be trying to avoid that, just because Mcmaster has all the counter-picking power with their 2 X's. They can just kind of decide to, hey, we want to win this one. Okay. I think the teams are still picking their players. Have you guys ever heard of the ice cream that has like actual vanilla bean? Oh wait, I'm getting a message that says only 3 players for Mcmaster today? That better be their top 3 players. Oh boy, wait. Did they not have substitutes? Oh wait, I should check the sheet. Mcmasters has... Oh, they do have substitutes. Wait, they have like 3 substitutes. Okay. Are all 3 substitutes not available? Wait, that's kind of crazy. Something is very wrong here. That's, okay, as long as it's their top 3 players, that actually won't affect the match too much, right? Wait, no, sorry, no, it totally will affect the match, yeah. No, wait, this is really bad for Mcmasters. Dude, like almost half their team is gone. What the heck? Dude, with Mcmaster having 3, they're kinda cooked. I don't know. Okay, apparently Mcmaster said they were all in when there were only 3 Mcmaster players in the lobby. Whoa. Oh, okay, I'm in the room. Let's see who's here. Okay, so there's Never Let Me Go, and there's Jayaban. So that is their top. That is their 2 X's. So at least they have that, and then they also have Rain Puddle. Okay, they have Rain Puddle. Okay, so they do have their top 3 players at least. Oh, I know. No, Bubble Tea is here, and okay, no, they have 4 out of 5. Yeah. No, they have 4 out of 5. 4 players, so join order is a little scuffed. Oh, I think some of their players just straight up forgot. Apparently, they all said that they were available, and then one of them is not here. I think Repzar just straight up forgot. I wonder how much that will actually matter, because Repzard is the estimated player for Mcmaster, so I don't think they would have won any matches anyways, because everyone on UCSC is SS and above. So that actually doesn't matter. I think Mcmaster still has like a perfectly good chance to win. Or sorry. No, yeah. I think Mcmaster still has a perfectly good chance to win here. I hope the other team is completely here at least. Analysis, Zonklong, Fortuity, Blue Nature, Black. Okay. At least all of UCSC is here. That's kind of funny. Okay, let's see. I think we'll probably just be waiting another 6 or 7 minutes for players to finish their counter picking, their initial pick and stuff. And okay, hi, I'm back. Hi, so sorry. My dad walked in my room. Okay. Both matches are missing a player? What? What? Isn't all of UCSC here? I'm pretty sure all of UCSC is here. Oh, not UCSC. Okay. Apparently, the next match is also missing a player. Wow, a lot of missing players today. I again blame 6-7 week. It's becoming like a curse. The 6-7 week curse. Okay, I think I'm out of things to talk about that are related to CTL. What's your guys' like favorite ice cream? Or do you guys know about the vanilla ice cream that actually has like beans in it, like large beans, not just like the vanilla flakes, but those large beans in it. Do those actually taste good? I open the stream. This is so stupid. I'm just gonna talk about the most random crap. So with Mcmaster kinda missing a player. Wonder how. Oh yeah, okay. So because Mcmaster is missing a player, that's an automatic +7 points for UCSC. So they're gonna start off the match here with 7 extra points. Although shouldn't it be 8? Because Correct. Because if I understand correctly, you also get an additional point for winning the round versus another player, as well as all the points for the rounds you won. So shouldn't it be 8? Maybe I mix things up. Oh, there's Fick in chat. Hey Fick. Yeah, I am the only caster right here. I think both teams are kind of confused on how this is going to work right now. Okay, it's +7 because you remove the +1 for the set win, because technically it's not a win. I guess that's the logic there. It's kind of strange. Okay, we have Top Knowledge in chat saying, I'm an honorary member of UCSC. Go UCSC! We got some team spirit for... Oh! Okay, never mind. I got it mixed up. Apparently, the mechanic for having a +1 point for winning the set isn't a thing anymore. That's no longer a thing. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, okay. The +1 got removed. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even know that. Wow. I like what's going on with UCSC's team with all the Pokemon. They should have made Blue Nature like a fire type, so you could have like the fire, water, grass core. We all did not read the rules. I mean, that's my bad. I didn't read that specific rule. I just wanted to learn about the new blind pick mechanic, because the blind ban, because the blind ban is the important part. Okay, Top Knowledge says he helped playtest it. Yeah, well, that's why you know about it. Go Slugs? Is UCSC Slugs? What does Go Slugs mean? Bro, just take one look at match archives and you see no +1. Dude, who looks at the match archives? They're the match archives. UCSC are Golden Slugs. Oh. That's the official mask. Hold on. UCSC decided to have their school mascot be a slug? What? Banana slugs. Don't ask why. No, I was going to ask why, but Slugs? Really? Oh. I can't imagine slugs being the most flattering animal mascot for a school. It's like, we're slow and slimy, we're UCSC. What the heck? That's kind of funny. Okay, let's see. How do they survive when it's snowy? Oh, because they're slugs. It's a good point. Yeah. Actually, that makes me think. Does anyone like slugs have no known predators? I'm pretty sure birds eat slugs, right? They survive in the nice California weather. Oh. California is really hot, right? I don't live in the US, so I would not know, but California is really hot, right? Oh yeah, California has like a big lack of rain, if I remember correctly, because I always remember like there being talk about, oh, there's like a drought in California, and now the price of fruit has gone up. Even in like Okay, am I back? Hello. So sorry, guys. I blame 6-7 week. I'm actually gonna crash out at my stupid Wi-Fi. Oh my gosh. Wow, welcome back. Thank you, Top Knowledge. I hate 6-7 week. I hate 6-7 week. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's cursing everything. It's cursing everything. It's a problem. It's a problem and it needs to go. It's so bad. Okay. Oh, I think. Did we get our first picks in? Okay, the teams are finally doing their blind bans right now. That definitely didn't take a while. I'm kidding. I'm sure there were understandable issues. I can't say anything about it. What is 6-7 week? 6-7 week was one of our donation incentives. So like to incentivize people to donate to the prize pool, we set like little goals, and one of them was 6-7 week, and that donation goal was reached. So this week is 6-7 week, and I don't know. I guess I'll just try to make as many 6-7 jokes as I can. Who chose it? Who thought of this? Who thought of this? I want to talk to them. We also met CTL head organizer does 2 push-ups for every round UBC wins in a match. I believe that is Trooper 4907 Dead Catherine. And I am on UBC's B team, and I do have a match tomorrow against what was it again? Against Riverside, and Riverside has 2 X's. So I will humbly ask those 2 X's to let us win some rounds and make Trooper do more push-ups. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I can't endorse throwing rounds. I don't think it's allowed. Hey, what's the score if you lose tiebreaker in a first to 7? In a first to 7, you lose tiebreaker? Well, if there was a tiebreaker, that means the score was 6-6. And then if the player wins, it's 6-7. Oh God, 6-7, 6-7. Should I kill myself? in Minecraft? I have to say in Minecraft, right? Yeah, this is Twitch. I think I have to say in Minecraft. Someone clip that, please. Oh, oh no! Don't clip that. That was a low moment for me. Hey, casters, what happens when you buy a counter pick? When you buy counter pick? When you buy counter pick, you automatically lose and the match goes 6-7. Ah, yeah. I don't think my mic is picking up my high-pitched screaming. I only hope it is. Dude, that's so crazy! No way! Okay. UCSC, you should totally buy counterpick as many times as you can. What if you did like 5 buy counterpicks? Like even on the 5th one, you just bought counterpick for the fun of it. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I can't believe there's so much 6-7 here. Oh my god, I don't think I'm solo commentating. I think my Lord and Savior, I am here to prevent me from going insane.
Yeah, hello, stream. I am, I guess, a last-second pinch commentator. So, hello, everyone. I will be commentating this match as well.
Oh my gosh, so glad to have you here, Science Cyber, or do you want me to call you Giant Cyber?
Sure. Yeah, hello.
Is that
What's good, chat? Yeah, welcome to 6-7 week. I'm so excited.
6-7? Oh,
6-7. Okay.
okay.
This
Rainwing
meme
in
really
chat.
needs to die this year. Like, come on, please. We can kill it off.
Rainwing in chat says, "What's the joke that goes? Why was blank afraid of blank?" Oh, let me think. Oh my God! It's why was 6 afraid of 7? It's because of 6-7. They're afraid of 6-7.
Ethanol, are you
Okay,
like okay?
there's like
Like,
2 answers to that joke. The first answer is like because 7, 8, 9. And the second answer to that joke is one that I don't know if I'm allowed to say. But I think you guys know. I think you guys know. That is
uh,
not ethanol. That's methanol. Yeah, guys, I'm going insane because there's methane in my room right now. There's a methane
okay.
leak.
Yeah, that sounds like really healthy. You should like do more of that.
I know, right? Maybe it'll help me improve at Tetris. Okay, wait, sorry. Fortuity has a fun fact here. Last Thanksgiving, I found out 8 shots in 10 minutes is not a good idea. Yeah, that
As
definitely
eight
does not
shots
sound
of
like a
what
good idea.
though?
8 shots of that is a good point. 8 shots of what?
Wait, what did you drink?
Uh, yeah. Maybe try like 6 or 7 shots next time. 8 is a little much.
Oh, yeah, brilliant.
Hey, I have to, man. People paid money for this
Oh yeah,
for
right,
some
yeah,
reason.
right. Okay.
Yeah, no, people paid
Right,
money for
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Thank you everyone who donated to achieve this very I guess valuable goal for the community. This is doing so much to like help UCLA's dinner fund in a couple weeks, presumably. Anyways, but yeah, thank you for donating, everyone.
Whoa. uh, 8 shots in 10 minutes. I heard that like your liver can only process alcohol at a rate of like 1 sip of beer every 5 minutes. So if you drink any more than that, it starts going to your brain and stuff, and then you get drunk.
Okay,
Okay, we're getting
brilliant.
into our warm up here. Oh, okay. Looks like both players are actually trying for the warm-up, which is not something you see very often. Fortuity with big pressure send when the other player, whose name I forgot already somehow because my memory is super shot, Bubble 245, was not ready to receive. And looks like there's a copy pasta going in Twitch chat for some reason. Uh, okay, I'm gonna read out the whole thing while we wait. Fortuity, real name Felix Fortuity Rutherford, is a professional Tetria player for UCSC. a public research university that occasionally teaches classes, higher education. He is also known as RNG's favorite child, aka the accident, because every win looks unplanned. Every misdrop somehow fixes itself, and his opponents are left filing bug reports after losing to what happened to what appeared to be pure luck. That's pretty funny. I like that.
Yeah, it's well written. We do love our copy pastas. A fascinating individual, I must say.
Yeah. Okay. I hope we see lots of illegal play from Fortuity then.
Alright, looks like we're hopping into the match. We have Bubble Tea starting off here with just a 6-3 sack for Tootie with this 6-spin in the middle, I believe. Gets a big spike over, and that's, wow, the first round already.
Wow. I love opener rating. It's so strong.
This was the peak of Ausk's game design, and it looks like it'll be 6-spin again for Fortuity, actually.
Wow, that was a 13 spike. Did you know that 6 plus 7 is 13?
Wow, ain't that quite something?
That's so crazy.
That's so
Oh no,
crazy.
really bad misdrop from Bubble Tea. Really bad misdrop from Bubble Tea again.
Yeah, I think you need to upgrade that Bubble Tea 4-5 into a Bubble Tea 6-7. It might give you the
Oh
strength you
my
need.
gosh.
You'll gain the power you need, I promise. Join the dark
Oh my
side.
god. Dude, who thought of this donation incentive, man?
Dude, we really needed donations. It kind of worked. So, I guess someone cooked. I
Okay,
guess.
but like, did this actually incentivize people to donate, or were they just like, I'm gonna look at the other donations past 6-7 and feel motivated by those?
I mean, the BL and GL donation goals are pretty massive to the prize pool, to be honest.
Oh my god, that one? Oh my god, absolutely. Do you want to talk about it? That one is a legendary goal.
Right. So basically, I think if we reach $300 in total donations, someone from UCLA, I forgot their exact tag, but I think they promised to do a BL or GL comic of two CTL players, and so a bunch of people started donating, which is kind of crazy. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really excited for
Yeah,
that one.
Aaron and Top Knowledge saying it was Ray. Yeah, Ray from UCLA's C team, I think, said that they would draw Yowie of two CTL players on that donation incentive. I think that's pretty awesome. We love Yowie here.
We also
Any
love
AO
supporting artists.
we do. Any AO3 enjoyers in chat? No,
Nah,
probably not. Probably not.
that's an insane thing to be asking about stream, but okay.
No, probably not. I Most Tetria players are guys, and I'm pretty sure AO3 is like primarily like female audience, so I would expect no.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry,
Fair enough.
only people who consent are eligible to be drawn. Yes. Uh players actually like react to a message to say that they are okay with being in the Yaoi comic or Yaoi one-shot manga. So
Yeah,
no
we're pretty close
worry
to that
about
donation goal actually, so please donate. Okay, and now we have Fortuity back with
absolutely.
another stick spin round, and misshops from Bubble Tea do not spell good fortune. And that will be another round for Fortuity of 5-1.
Oh yeah, you're right. We should commentate the match. My bad.
Oh, that's crazy, huh?
Okay, we got Aaron in chat saying, what if instead of AO3 is AO6-7? That's kind of crazy.
Brilliant.
Okay, Telesis in chat saying they are gonna put me against the X rank. Telesis, what are you? You are. Wait, but you're the best player on UCSC's team. Why would they do that? Well, unless it's forced. But I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that.
Ooh.
Okay, we have
Fortuity
Rainwing in
with the
chat
misshop.
saying. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Screw it, just read the chat message.
Yeah, I'm not paying attention to the game. That's I'm
Bruh.
not doing my job. I'm so sorry. But I was gonna say, because Rainwing in chat said that they have 8,900 hits on their AO3 fix, which that's honestly really impressive. Good for you,
That
Rain.
is. Oh wait, I think I've
Wow, they must
met
be.
Rainwing in person. This was like I think MTS 4 or 5. I think MTS 4.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Fascinating.
that's genuinely impressive, though. Kudos to you, Rain.
Good stuff. Okay, back to the match. Fortuity with this big downstack combo into the spike to push it up to match point. Bubble T down 2-6. Needs to find a couple rounds here.
Wait, actually, goated gameplay from Fortuity. I can see why people say that they make illegal stacks, because that down stack had no right to work.
Brilliant. They have that fortuity in them to get through like any tough situation in this
Oh
very
gosh.
tough game we're playing.
Yeah, I think it's probably the fact that they stick spin so much that they just have good downstack vision now because of it.
Yeah, but that will be Fortuity taking it. He wins 7-2, so definitely a great lead for UC Santa Cruz. Right. Yes, UC Santa Cruz up 7-2 in this very well-attended match we have here.
I didn't know Santa has a cruise. I thought he was a sled.
Bro.
You have to laugh at that
I mean,
one.
what do you think Santa's doing for like 364 days a year? Just cruising, taking chill.
Oh, when you're right, you're right. He's got to do something in the meantime, yeah.
Yeah. He be cruising like that. Okay. It will be you. Okay. It will be UCSC having to blind pick. Well, not blind pick. First pick the next player, and I believe Mcmaster will get the counter pick. So let's see how that goes. What is chat saying? Okay, yeah, brilliant. Actually, yeah. Rainwing has actually met a good amount of CTL in person due to MTS4 attendance. Fascinating. Oh, I think I might have accidentally BM'd Rainwing in person. I apologize about that. I did not mean to imply that you were freelo in TL. That's my bad.
That's crazy. Whoa.
Look, I
Whoa.
didn't know they were in the room. I found them in TL. I think did I lose? I might have lost. Yeah. I kind of had to eat my words there. that was just a fat L, but it was pretty funny.
Oh. Okay. I I have a feeling that Mcmaster will probably send out Rain Puddle next, I'm predicting. Probably just because it's like a middle of the pack player. Or like maybe one of their X's, I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
that's a
actually,
very
wait, will he
possible.
send out Rain Puddle?
In
Actually, no, they probably
prototype
won't.
configuration.
Uh,
Okay. Well,
no, actually, yeah, what am I saying? No, they are not going to send out Rain Puddle. Rain Puddle's the one who needs to beat Flef. No, okay, I'm being very silly right now. They're probably going to
wow.
send out like Repzard, or maybe one of their X's. Uh,
Wait. Wait, no, McMaster doesn't need to pick first though. It's UCSC who has to pick first. Wait, no, am I trolling?
oh wait, no, yeah, UCSC is picking first. Yeah, because Fortuity won. No, I'm the one who's trolling. My bad.
Okay. I see. I understand it now. Alright, so it looks like it's just Vleth and Blue Nature from UCSC. Both are like high SS ranks. Fighting against who's on the other team? Wait, don't they have did Zonkbok already play? Or no, is Zonkbok just not here?
Zonkbong is not here. Or
Yeah, but
wait,
like they're in the room.
wait,
Like
no,
I
sorry.
think.
Zonkbong is here. It's a Mcmaster that's missing a player. They're missing Repzard.
Oh, is everyone else here? Oh, I see, I see.
Everyone else is here. Yeah, it's just a Mcmaster missing Repsard.
Oh, okay, so there are two U ranks left for UCSC to pick from and two SS ranks. And then Mcmaster
Okay.
has, I think, like an X rank and then like some other individuals who I definitely know. Oh, two X ranks and then some other individuals.
Yep.
Like Zonkbank will be next, in fact, from UCSC. It looks like they're sending out their U rank. Well, one of them.
No fun fact right now. Yeah. Let's see. They'll probably. I think Mcmaster will probably send out just one of their X's in response. Because they need Rain Puddle to beat either Blue Nature or Thleth.
Yeah, those are closer matchups, so it's definitely what McMaster wants to play for. And then the X ranks, in theory, on paper, it should be like a pretty dominant 7-0, 7-1 victory. So I'm just saying, if Zhongguan can send it to a 6-7, it might be numbers might go crazy.
Absolutely. And here we have Mcmaster sending out Je AI ban. How do you
Jabin,
pronounce that?
I hmm,
J.I. ban. J ban? I'm just gonna call them J.
sure. I don't hate that.
Yeah, they're. It's like they're about 2,000 TR above Zonkbonk. If I were Zonkbonk, I would definitely be sweating and shaking right now.
It's okay. As I mean, yeah, definitely. But Uranks might have that little bit of, wild in them with an opener or like crazy downstacks. It's always possible. Maybe there's something
Maybe,
in the
maybe.
tank. All right, we're in the warm up, so let's get a look at what these players can do. Bonk just put the TKI opener. J is okay. No, yeah, they're doing TKI too. Just waiting.
See the waiting strat, if it'll do any good. Oh, they immediately skimmed. Oh, wait, it actually worked. No.
Brilliant. Okay, I think that gives us a pretty good view of the match. But anything can happen.
Yeah, that's
Take a
probably
look
how
at
it'll
both
be going
players.
from now on. No, I don't think J-Bean will have to be, or J-Ban will have to be doing anything super crazy. Okay, wait, there's a copy pasta in the room right now. What is this? Zoe Zonkus Bunk is a professional Tetra player for UCSC, an elite research institution disguised as a university higher education. He is also known as the Stack Reaper, aka Zonk, because of his suspiciously perfect downstacking, unexplained PPS spikes, and alleged ties to dark pattern research labs somewhere in Santa Cruz. Good lord.
Oh wow, that's quite an impressive resume. It reminds me of the Slim Reaper. Very
Definitely.
similar Dark Dealings. If you know, you know. Anyways, back into the match. Zhongguang here, just trying to stack low with the 6-3, get some. Probably just trying to take a little bit of garbage, see if they can get a decent counter spike in. Building up a little bit of this back to back.
Yeah. U ranks are kind of crazy nowadays. I mean, Zonkbonk here is going like 100 APM. I didn't know U ranks could do that. Ooh, and getting caught there with a bad allspin setup. Me when I fish for the allspin. I love Q cycling.
Okay, no one in the history of Tetra has ever been punished for their greed. Surely.
Definitely.
Okay, it looks like Zongguang just going for like this full cancel of what Jay was setting over, and Jay kind of just misdropped here. Just has to skim through the board. Super cheesy.
Yeah, I don't think Zonkbonk will really be able to capitalize here just because J Bean can stack and downstack so fast. Like they're at an overwhelming speed advantage.
Yeah, certainly. And now Looks like Songfang will be going for this PCO into just 6-3 stack, and I guess all spins too. Playing really flexible. Seems to have misdrop though.
Uh-oh, I don't think he's living that one. Oh, wait, oh, no, he misdropped again. It's kind of funny how whenever you're against a much stronger opponent, you will also misdrop out of fear and perform even worse than you already might have.
Yeah, it certainly does happen. You gotta kind of steady the nerves, find some calmness, some very consistent gameplay. Well, actually, no. You actually kind of need the opposite. You need very inconsistent gameplay because you're just trying to snipe rounds, to be honest. So.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
like
and
catch
then
him
this
off guard.
misdrops from Zonfunk.
Holy. Zonkbong is finding some nice down stacks, but the speed from JB is just so overwhelming. No eyepiece, no eyepiece. Oh no, that's an eyepiece over the garbage hole.
Oh my.
Oh wait, but they get away with it. They get away with it.
Yeah, Jage is not sending like anything really in that entire down stack sequence. Please just skim it. Thank you. Okay. It looks like Zonk might get out of this. Wait. Oh no no yeah no shot no shot no shot.
Just a tad bit of greed, but to be fair, no one is living like with cheese on row 15.
Yeah. It's certainly tough. Yeah, Zongfang just saying no to the PC there and chooses to stack up.
Okay, now J-Bean is the one with the cheese. This is actually a good chance for Zonkbong, and he does have an open well to work with. Uh, kind of fumbles it though. Oh no.
Yeah, that's
Happens to the best of us.
yeah, it's just really unfortunate. I'm sure Zonkbonk is like, you know, like really a really talented player, but this is the kind of matchup that's just really tough to like really do anything in. Can't really blame him for this. And yeah, it looks like Jay will just take it clean 7-0 sweep from the X rank. Nothing too surprising here, but you know, I guess just like really, I guess like yeah, pretty dominant performance from Jay, just showing off why they are that highly rated. Zonkbonk trying his best, but you know, just couldn't get there in the end.
Alright. Score is currently 9-14. Okay, 2 players left for Mcmaster. Let's see what they can do with this. Ooh, do they have anything they can do here?
Mcmaster, well, since they are down a player, UCSC will just be able to pick the next 2 matchups essentially,
Yeah.
and they'll probably get a matchup they want, which is probably going to be, I think their U rank into Mcmaster's SS rank.
Oh yeah, no, wait. Mcmaster's kind of cooked.
It's pretty cooked.
Yeah. Unless unless their SS Rain Puddle can just be the greatest player of all time.
Never
But yeah,
know. It could
otherwise
definitely
it is not
happen.
looking good. Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah. TR doesn't mean anything anyways. Okay, we have another copy pasta for Rain Puddle. Maybe this will give them the power that they need. Rain Puddle is a professional Tetris player from McMaster University, a top-tier research institution cleverly masquerading as a place where people attend lectures. Yeah, no one attends lectures. He is also known as the Garbage Alchemist, aka the Puddle, due to his illegal-looking downstack conversions, rain delayed but perfectly timed APM floods, and an uncanny ability to turn unplayable cheese into a clean board like it was peer-reviewed. Widely believed to be conducting classified reaction time experiments. Man, a lot of crazy activity going on here with the players. I mean, there might be some very interesting lore to these guys. I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, certainly. Oh wow, just
Okay,
more copy pastas.
uh,
I can do
it
this
it
one.
cut off because oh yeah, okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, sure. Um, okay. Benjamin Blue Nature Greenleaf is a professional Tetris player from UCSC, a wait, yeah, a public research university with suspiciously good Wi-Fi, higher education. He is also known as the architect of Bluespin, aka Blue, because his custom opener was allegedly discovered in nature, confusing commentators, terrifies ladder players, and somehow converts calm vibes directly into perfectly timed spikes. Brilliant.
I also want to point out that Blue Nature's fun fact was I better not be against an X right now. Who's gonna tell him?
Ah, yeah. Let me go with the 4 wide down stack for the full cheese board.
That was not nice. That was not nice. Come on, man.
I know 4 wide is technically not that bad, but like I'm not saying it's VM, but like that was kind of insane. Like, damn.
Oh my god, dude, they're fighting with the copy pastas in chat.
Oh my. Okay, you know what? Yeah,
Okay, wait.
respect that.
So Rain Puddle's copy pasta cut off at the end there, and that's because I guess Reaper probably just ran out of like the character limit. So the last part of their copy pasta was somewhere between MUSC and a Tim Hortons. Rain Puddle insists he's just vibing, despite evidence suggesting otherwise. Hmm. I have no idea what that means.
I'm sure it's something wise and very helpful to society as a whole.
For sure, for
Alright.
sure.
Yeah, into the match. It looks like Blue Nature is struggling at the top here a little bit. Needs to find a down stack. Never Let Me Go just can kind of just finish Blue Nature off here with a couple good sends, but I mean, Blue Nature, he's like holding on. Like he's like doing okay at the top here.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, oh, uh, 667 curse. Not the commentator's fault.
Ah, it has to be. Wait. Is for 2 we get out of this? Hold? Hold? Wait, Loki? Oh my god, that was crazy.
W down stack. Very well played. And yes, I think that's gonna kill them. Oh no!
Oh no, oh. Okay, yeah, Never Let Me Go going up 1-0. That was just a really unfortunate miss drop from Blue Nature there just before the spike. Okay. So it looks like yeah, Blue Nature just down surge here needs to find this down stack spike. It's a little bit of something, but it doesn't seem like enough. Never Let Me Go just continue to build up their surge and didn't even need it. Okay, Blue Nature at the top. They're trying to get the T-spin off to. Oh, um, it looks like Ethanol might have disconnected. So hopefully, he'll be back at some point. But it looks like I'll be on comms for now. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So we have Blue Nature kind of struggling at the top here. It does find a nice, well open, but oh, it seems to have misplaced the TPs. Can they get out of this in time? Does have the pieces for it, but is already way behind on Surge. And so they could definitely get spiked out here. This is a risk. Okay. Oh, no, just struggling at the top there. Can't really find a way out. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Ethanol.
Sorry, my Wi-Fi is absolutely kicking the bucket today. I think it's died like about 6 or 7 times by now.
Oh my. Okay. Brilliant. Well, I'm sure UCSC
Um,
wouldn't know anything about bad Wi-Fi because apparently their university is just a high-speed Wi-Fi network.
Okay, wait, no, Blue Nature, no! Did you see the misdrop that multiplier?
Yeah, that's tough.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not like this.
I mean, it kind of looks like Blue Nature is. I mean, Blue Nature is playing pretty well, all things considering, given like the rank difference here, especially against a player this high. But it's just Never Let Me Go is just so much faster. I mean, hey, I mean, Blue Nature's kind of still kicking.
For sure, for sure. Setting a nice spike over. What is that setup?
Oh no, wait, wait. Oh, okay. It looked
Wait,
like
they're
Blue
the
Nature was.
goat? They're the goat?
Wait. No shot, no shot. There's actually no shot. Wait, no shot. Wait, no shot, no shot, no shot. Oh my god, they did it. Holy.
Yo, they're the goat! And now they're
Wait,
coming down! Big damage!
what? No, that's insane. Blue Nature.
Never let me
An
go push
SS
the
rank.
top.
Yeah, it's an SS rank pushing an X rank out
Oh
just with like
no.
no pressure.
That's it, that's the kill!
Wait. Oh, you are like behind. You need to like rejoin the room.
Yeah, that's my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. Wait, Blue Nature's looking really good here too. Again, actually, it's behind on Surge, but it's like putting in this damage. This is insanely impressive for an SS rank. What? Wait, Blue Nature's alive. Wait, no, they can't get out of this. Oh, nice try, nice try. I mean, Blue Nature kind of was like holding it down for a second there, like giving as good as he got. Really, so that was kind of insane. Never Let Me Go though, just showing why they're this much higher ranked. And yeah, that will be Never Let Me Go taking it.
Alright,
Okay,
so
yeah.
Ethanol's Wi-Fi seems to be getting worse, so arithmetic, I will be filling in as Cyan's comm partner. So yeah.
Yeah, welcome Aaron to the stream. Good job. So any thoughts on the match? I'm assuming you were watching.
Yeah, so I think with that, that 1 point does prove to be pretty valuable here, because um now all that UCSC needs to do is force a 6-7.
Wow. Ain't that crazy? It's almost like this is scripted by the organizers. I'm telling you, you guys.
We have no influence in the outcome of that previous set. But
Right.
yeah, that leaves us with Rain Puddle versus Telesis, who is Town
Right.
Hall 17 on Clash of Clans. If you change that 1 to a 6.
Oh my god. You are reaching so hard right now. Okay. That's crazy. Good job. But yeah, okay, it looks like it will be the last match will just be Rain Petal Telesis, an SS rank against a U rank, and about a 2,000 TR difference, so definitely an uphill battle here for Rain Puddle, but like maybe they can surprise us. You never know.
My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, we are currently waiting on Rain Puddle to ready up. But yeah, definitely quite a huge APM and versus gap as well, as you would expect from players of such different TRs. But we'll see if tournament buff will kick in for either player.
I mean, crazier things have happened. This is CTL. You can never really count anyone out, truly.
Meanwhile, we again have two different copy pastas from each university. Cyan, would you like to read them?
Uh, no, I think you should do them. You have that inherent humor to you.
Well, we have Telesis, aka Terminal, versus Rain Puddle, aka the Line Whisperer. So, see how this matchup goes.
Alright.
Telesis doing nothing. TKI.
I mean, just kind of just dealing with the misdrop at the bottom of the board. It's going to try to clear out of this and is going to open up this really nice well. Rain Puddle's kind of struggling with their misdrops right now.
Yeah, Rain Puddle just stacking right over it, but does manage to find that down stack, and Telesis still having that back-to-back advantage. Finally breaks, and not going to do that much to Rain Puddle.
Yeah, now Rain Puddle just at the bottom of the board. Telesis a little bit higher up, just standing back a little bit. A curious decision. I think they were looking for a Kaidon, didn't really find it. Now just going to skim out and open up this well, probably.
And Rain Puddle having a few misdrops there, but Telesis not really able to capitalize as both players are somewhat on an even. Never mind, Rain Puddle is being pushed to the top of the board here. Um, will they find a down stack?
Yeah, it's just a really cheesy board, tough to deal with. Telesis though, kind of clearing out there, getting pretty open. And
Yeah, Telesis
so,
seems to be playing extremely safe here. Lots of opportunities where they probably could have killed, but they're just down stacking.
I mean, yeah, the key thing here is Telesis just needs to not get upset here by Rain Puddle. Rain Puddle is the one who really needs to make these plays happen. So you do see a lot of top players trying to play it a little bit safe in these kinds of matchups.
Yeah, and Telesis kind of getting sent up to the top of the board, but able to get that queen really quickly. Rainbow now in a bit of a precarious situation.
Yeah, oh, the Z mesh drop on the left though is not going to bode well, and that will be Telesis taking the warm-up. A relatively long warm-up, almost 2 minutes, so we're seeing here that Rainbow can actually keep up pretty well with Telesis, even though Telesis ended up winning in the end.
I think this is probably a good preview of how the match is going to go. It's going to be a lot of defensive play by Telesis, who does not want to get upset here. But we have to remember that they just need to hold Mcmaster to 6 sets. So, well, no, they actually only need to get 6 sets, I believe, and they will win off tiebreaker, like offset tiebreaker.
Alright, so hopping right into it, Rain Puddle with just a double TSD opener. And Telesis, she's going to stack for this LST. Going up.
And that green for that donation is going to cost Rain Puddle there. Telesis building up that back-to-back while Rain Puddle is just stuck looking for that T. So, quick round compared to the warm-up. But
Yeah, definitely a lot less competitive than it was in the warm-up, but anything can still happen. Telesis is Jack greeting for this T-spin in the middle there, but gets a good all-spin solution to it actually, and a nice follow-up down stack.
definitely like a bit of cheese to work with here as Rain Puddle now needs to search for that I piece. And Telus is working through a lot of misdrops as well on their side of the board. And kind of similar to what we saw in that warm-up, like giving time to downstack. Rain
Yeah,
Puddle's now out.
well,
Somewhat.
not yet. They're looking for it. They do get it, just like barely in the nick of time, nearly dying there. Oh wait, but good follow-up from
Telesis
Rainbow.
is close to the top of the board, has to break their surge, and very self-cheesed. And that's going to do it for Rain Puddle. That's the first set. First step towards the mountain.
Yeah, I mean, okay, it's really close right now actually. Telus is choosing to look for these T-spins. Rain Puddle doing just about everything they can to stay alive here and like look for these opportune counter spikes. That seems to be the win con.
Telsis again with that misdrop at the top of the board. Will Rain Puddle be able to capitalize? It seems like Telsis is able to access that well now, and that's going to be all the cheese coming right back. And
Yeah, it was
that's the
really
second round for
unfortunate.
Telesis.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate there. Rain Puddle misdropped. I think it was a L piece, which could have been, which would have given them the room to get to spike out Telesis, but now because they misdropped, they ended up topping out for it, which is just really unfortunate. And into this one, it looks like Telesis is just going for some low all spins, and both players kind of just playing really low on the board.
Yeah, I think that all spin is also a huge determining factor in this game. Like what we've seen so far, like Telesis is always getting that back-to-back like loaded like at the start of the round. And I think that's making quite a bit of a difference in this round. Telesis breaking back-to-back and Rain Puddle is in a much better board state now.
It looks like Telesis was got out of the precarious situation they were in at the top. Rainpetal greeting for this fractal here, but doesn't have great pieces to continue the stack afterwards. And is now struggling to downstack. Needs to find something soon.
Yeah, they are making their way through this cheese, but that's gonna use a few of their eyepieces, and they are still somewhat. They are out. And now we're back to a somewhat. Well, Telus is now cheesed up, but
Yeah, but it looks like Telesis will also get out of his predicament. Maybe, yeah. Neither player really being able to kill off the other. It's kind of just a slog fest, seeing like who makes the worst mistake at the worst time, really.
yeah, I
From
feel like it's
how that
kind of been
happened.
a back-to-back exchange of misdrops. Like every time that like either player is set to kill, like they happen to misdrop, and it's been like a big reason for a lot of these long rounds.
Yeah, it's been really unfortunate, but maybe, these players need to steady their nerves a little bit. Both are definitely still capable of winning this for their teams.
Yeah,
Great all
Telus
spin
is
vision
notably
there.
misdropping a lot at the top of their board, but still managing to get out a lot of the time.
Yeah, now it looks like Telesis has a much cleaner stack. Rain Puddle needs to get open, and it looks like they won't be able to do so in time. That's another one for Telesis. Okay, it
Yeah,
looks
so
like
Telus is again building up that back-to-back. Um, Rain Puddle is just like downstacking all of this though, but 8 Surge, 9 Surge, that's going to be costly later on.
Yeah, Rainpetal should probably look for a spike here to try to deal with that surge. Because perpetually just trying to skim and like keep yourself safe is just not very conducive to surviving zone spikes like that. They might be able to get through it. No, it looks like the answer is no.
I think there might have been a possible out if the combo was continued. I'm not fully sure, but yeah, just that build up of back-to-back. I think the only thing that's been preventing this from happening every round is just Telus misdropping. Um, and I think that round like really shows like the potential of what could happen if Telus doesn't do that.
Yeah. Oh, Rainpetal needed to get the J-Skim there to find the way out. Now Telus up a pretty daunting 5-1 lead. Rainpetal kind of needs to find something here. Like maybe that second gear needs to kick in.
Yeah, and just early misdrops again is those are gonna let Telesis quickly chain up back to back. And already like it's back to back being sent while Rainpel is at the top of their board.
I mean, Telesis also did misdrop though, but it ends up being enough to close it out. Telesis just finding their way through their situation much more cleanly, and now it's a match point in favor of Telesis and UCSC as a whole.
Telesis misdropping the MKO, but Rain Puddle building up that stack.
it looks like Telesis is going to look for a bit of a cleanup here. Has to take this T-spin single, which is costing him a lot of time. And Rain Puddle needs to downstack this, get a little bit safer. They could find their way through this.
Yeah, and Rain Puddle very high on the board with no eyepiece. They're going to try to skim down, but Telesis all the way at the bottom of their board, no garbage to send, which is giving Rain Puddle a bit of time, but
Yeah, now it's on Telesis, who's like pretty much clean at this point, to kind of close this out here. Rain Puddle struggling a little bit, does find a nice T-spin into some follow-up damage. It looks like their stack is relatively clean now with this SCSD setup. Oh, it's too greedy. It was
that
too
is
greedy.
greed. That is very greedy. Telesis does manage to close it out for UCSC, and that will be a final score of 22-17.
Yeah, great stuff there from both players. Rain Puddle like looked really promising there at the beginning, but once those missed jobs started to roll in, it was just Telesis all the way. Great stuff there from both players, though, regardless.
I fear that we have missed a donation in chat, and
Well. I think we will be doing interviews, so if any UCSC players or Mcmaster players want to come on the stream, feel free to join the pending interview channel and you will get moved in. Okay, we're just looking to get the players in for interviews.
it seems like we will be having Blue Nature from UCSC for interviews. So yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Alright. Whoever is in charge, please move them in.
Yep.
Alright, hello Blue Nature. Welcome to the stream.
Hi.
Yeah, so I guess the big thing in this match, I think, coming into it was kind of like the draft. I think Zynex, who is a UCSC alum, was definitely very worried about your drafting decisions. If you had access to her internal doc, you would see her like kind of crashing out about if they don't make the right decisions on drafting, I'll be very sad. So yeah, I was just wondering, what observations did you make about the other team that educated your decisions for the draft?
I mean, I sure hope I made Zynex proud at the very least. Well, I mean, since we had Zynex for at least in previous years, we had like her helping out with previous years drafting, so I was able to pick up some of those strategies. And then with Mcmaster's team, I guess one of the big things to look at was there are two X ranks which are easily able to sweep anyone on our team. So we wanted to try and minimize their effects, as well as make sure our U ranks like Telesis and Zongfong didn't go into them. And a big part of it was just like I completely forgot what I was going to say.
It's okay, it happens, but I mean, I think it ended up pretty good regardless. Were you really surprised by anything at all, or did kind of just everything go to plan?
Well, we had everything mostly planned out for if all 5 of Mcmaster's players would be here. So since there was one player missing, that was I guess, kind of relief because we got a free 7 points. But then also we did have to like just think about everything kind of on the fly because this plan wouldn't really work the same way.
All right. I mean, yeah, good stuff there. Is there anything in particular you want to talk about? I guess the system for this year, the bans, the picks, or just the league in general.
I think it's very interesting having a ban system. I'm like, it adds a little more depth, being like, okay, I'm gonna try and ban this player to prevent such and such from occurring, or maybe I want such and such to happen. So I'm gonna try and move it to a later time when it's easier to like force that to happen. But mostly I'm still kind of discovering strategies, and I think in later weeks we'll also try to like look more into the drafting system and see what we can find.
Yeah, that sounds really great. And kind of the reason why we introduced the ban system in the first place is that we kind of want to see players like really strategizing around that and hope to see what you guys do in the future with those strategies, especially if you guys are streamed again. So yeah, congratulations on your win. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Blue Nature, for coming on to give your interview and your thoughts. And yeah. All right. I think we'll be going to an intermission for
We
probably
may
about.
be having a second interview from Mcmaster, so
Oh, did we got it?
I will be checking if JGI Ban will be interviewing.
Say
Yeah, I believe
solid
they will
maybe.
be interviewing.
Okay. All right. I mean, in the meantime, we do have a nice coffee pasta in chat about Zynex, actually. Zynex, real name is Xylena Spreadsheet Nixwell, is an organizer for the Collegiate Tetris League, an intercollegiate institution devoted to stacking blocks and egos. Higher education adjacent. Higher education adjacent. She's also known as the Draft Oracle, aka First Pick, because she doesn't just draft players. She predicts their glow-ups, steals value in every round, and somehow assembled a team that looks mid on paper but wins like it was pre-approved by fate. So you're telling me Zynex is Sam Presti. Alright, good to know.
Okay, hello.
Yo, what's up? How are you?
Hello.
Yeah, so I guess very well played today, despite like having one less player. I think
Yeah,
the question is how'd you guys like adjust to that? Because obviously being down a player on like a team that is just ranked like one seed below you guys. So what was your thought process through that?
Okay, so I think it was pretty difficult, right? Because they had like basically 3 U ranks and like 2 SS, right? So I thought it would be best if both of our X ranks were to play against their U ranks, and that our 2 SS would be able to play against 1 SS and 1 U rank, right? But I think we might have chose. I think we chose a little bit wrong near the end because we ended up having to put our one of our SS against their strongest U player. But despite that, we kind of like we put trust in him and we hope that we believed in him, right? But I mean, in the end, we didn't win, and that's okay. But we did our best, and that's what matters.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a very hard-fought match. Is there anything you would like to comment on in terms of, like, were you afraid of like any particular like scenarios happening, and I guess just like your thoughts on the league in general, if you want. How this year has been going for you guys so far, and yeah, just how's it been?
Honestly, like I'm not sure what has happened in the past, but I don't know if Mcmaster has ever competed in the Collegiate Tetris League ever before, right? And like just for it to happen at all in like the first place to me is pretty amazing. And I feel really glad that I could be the team captain for this like Mcmaster Tetris League, right? I don't know. I've been playing Tetris for a while, and it just feels really great to be able to bring people from Mcmaster and have them compete in a league with other people in schools.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
great to hear, and I think like it's really great to see like new teams join the league. I believe Mcmaster, this is your first year, correct?
Yeah, no, I don't think there's ever been, or at least like this is okay. This is my first year at Mcmaster, and I have never seen like a collegiate team to join or like ever be posted this year. So I think this is like the first year Mcmaster has ever been a part of the collegiate team Tetris League. So I think it's really cool actually.
Yeah, and hope you're having a lot of fun playing in this league. I think probably would be a great for some viewers. I know some viewers probably have like aren't able to find players at their school and just wondering how it was just like recruiting wise.
Okay, so funny story. I was playing Tetris. Okay, so I live in a residence that has 11 floors, and there were people in my common room, so I couldn't study there or whatever. So I went down a floor. I went to the ninth floor, and I started studying, which turned into playing Tetris, right? And then this guy, like, I'm just chilling there with my friend, and then some guy knocks on the window, comes in and says, "Yo, you play Tetris?" And I'm like, "Yeah, bro." And then he was like, "Yo, that's sick, bro." And then we were like, and then he was like, "Yo, there's like this like collegiate Tetris league," and I'm like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's sick." And then we were like, we thought about like making a team. So I think just like talking to people and just connections. I think he knew one person off the bat. I found, I think, a couple people from just asking around, and then he posted on the Mcmaster T Instagram account saying like, "Yo, we need like a fifth for our um, collegiate team," and then we just got like a bunch of people in the comments saying, "Yo, I play Tetris. Can I join?" So I guess
yeah,
just like,
Awesome.
oh yeah,
Yeah, people watching the stream who don't have a team, now you guys have ideas on what to do for recruiting. So yeah. Anyways, very well played. And yeah, good luck on future weeks, and thank you for stopping by for interviews.
yeah, no problem, bro. Have a good day.
Alright. Yeah, thank you.
Yep,
All
you
right,
too.
you too. Okay. I think we'll be taking a short intermission before the next set of matches. Me and Aaron may or may not be returning as commentators, but I probably will at this point. So we'll see. But yeah,
Yeah.
thank you everyone, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you for watching, and hope you guys are excited for the next match.
Hello. I believe we're live on the comms booth. Pleasure to be here. Privilege to be here for this very exciting tournament. So on the comms today, we got me, UCLA A team member and player and team captain, together with my lovely sister, Zynex.
Hello. I am a former CTL player and CTL coach for the UCSC team, and I will be filling in for comms today.
All right. So I think we're going into NCSU, I believe, North Carolina State versus UT Austin A. C10 versus C14 upper bracket match. So tell me what you think about the matchups coming up, because I'm not as familiar with the players as you are.
Yes, so there is a bit of a seed difference here, but I believe UT Austin has a chance in this matchup. So what you'll see here in their players is that NCSU has two players, Logic Bugs and Dubu, who I suspect will lose to anybody on the UT Austin roster. But they also have Amberdoodle, who's probably going to crush anyone on the UT Austin roster. And they have these two other players that are pretty strong, Akatsuki 16 and Scarlet Lycan. So really what UT Austin needs to do here is find an upset against Akatsuki 16 or Scarlet Lycan with Croissant 676. And if they can make that matchup happen and get the upset, then they can actually win this set, this match. It's not going to be easy, and I'm sure NCSU is going to do what they can to prevent that from happening, but there is a small path to victory here.
See. So yeah, from what I'm gathering from this, NCSU is a much more imbalanced roster, and UTA is more balanced in terms of skill level. Is that accurate?
I would say so, yes. UT Austin has like two players in the 2400 Glico range, two players in the 2600 range, and then one player at the 2900 range. But in reality, in this matchup, it's kind of like Croissant 676 is like on his own, and then everyone else is going to beat Logic Bugs and Dubu and going to lose to anybody else. So they're kind of all filling the same role, even if their Glicos are actually kind of different. They're on two different levels.
I see.
Because NCSU has two players that are way below and then three players that are way above.
Right.
So it's really interchangeable.
So as we know, it is CTL team tournament. Nerves are high, even if maybe this isn't like the highest stakes, like, playoffs, finals match. Still, lots of nerves to be had in a tournament like this. What do you think are the impacts of dropping random rounds, right? Because like if you're Amberdoodle, let's say, and you're against a player you should, like, in your mind, you think you should sweep, but you misdrop a bit, you drop 2 rounds. What's the impact of that?
I think it's going to hurt a lot more for UT Austin because again, they're really banking on getting that one upset if they can even get that round, right? Like if they send Croissant 676 into Amberdoodle or Logic Bugs or Dubu, then I think their path to victory is gone. And on top of that, they still need to land an upset onto one of the other two. That's going to be a close match. And we have Amberdoodle that's going to be probably sweeping anybody he runs into. So that means every point that NCSU gets that's extra is going to be another point that Croissant 676 needs to win by in his match.
I see. And so with that, that takes us into our blind picks. So we got Akatsuki from North Carolina State, and we got Achiever 101 from UT Austin here. A bit of an imbalanced matchup based on Glico. So most likely what Achiever's looking to do here is just steal as many rounds as he can. And yeah, I can't imagine he's going to play for a win here. That would be incredibly impressive if he lands an upset at that skill, but you never know. We've seen bigger surprises in the past. And we're in our warm-up. Warm-up is streamed, right? Yeah, warm-up streamed. All right. Very interesting kind of freestyle openers from both players here. Neither player really looking for that much early, but Akatsuki off to the races with this back-to-back pressure. Already back-to-back times 9. Achiever on the defensive finds a multiplier, but once again, not able to find the surge break, and oh my goodness. Just textbook timing there, actually. Just tank, send, instant round win. And I think that's kind of what Akatsuki is looking for, right? Like, get yourself into a good position early. Don't give the lower-ranked player any chance to be in an advantage. Build up your surge, tank and send, get your free win, and just run that back 7 times. And I believe that takes us into our set. Honestly curious what the opener repertoires look like for players these days, especially at this rank, because right now I'm kind of surprised at what I'm seeing. Like, Achiever not building an opener at all. Akatsuki kind of opening with this clean back-to-back. And I'm really liking Akatsuki's board position already. Oh my goodness. 3.7 clean back-to-back 7 surge. Didn't even have to use it. And yeah, this lack of opener for Achiever is actually starting to hurt a bit because 10 seconds into the round, they're already completely losing. Okay, a bit of a rocky start from both players. But once again, Akatsuki able to keep that surge, and that's really what's making the difference right now. Once again, no surge to be had from Achiever. Akatsuki kind of running up the count, but they do have a bit of a sketchy board. Gonna have to fix their stack there a little bit. Oh, what a smart Z-tuck right there. Perfect for fixing that height difference. And once again, they're not forced to surge, so kind of the world is your oyster when you're in this position. You can kind of do whatever you want. Though with that small spin mishap, gonna be a bit tougher. Still keeping that surge up, and the misdrop from Achiever seals their fate. They really needed probably a spike going into their clean well there if they wanted any chance at surviving that. And Akatsuki looking really dominant in this first match. Finally an opener from Achiever. They do misdrop it, but I would take that slight DT mishap over no opener at all. And here we are. Finally a clean start for both players, I would argue. Both players exchanging some clean. A little bit of cheese on Achiever's side, but nothing too drastic there. Probably going to be able to keep back-to-back unless they misplay. Early surge break from Achiever, but Akatsuki caught off guard. No good skims, no surge to defend, and Achiever steals a very, very crucial round there.
Yeah, this shows that it is possible to take rounds here. What do you think Achiever should be doing if he wants to, steal as many as he can?
So general rule of thumb is when you're against a player that's better than you, you want to play as volatile as possible, make the game as RNG as you can. This is why opener mains are so nice to have on your team on the lower end, because they can steal rounds off almost anyone who's not like enormously better than them. And honestly, if they can keep it as clean as it is right now, oh, never mind. Caught off guard there, but I think that's kind of the game plan you want, right? You want clean garbage back and forth. Put your opponent, put the better player in a position where if they misdrop a single time or get unlucky, their round is immediately over. Achiever, though, caught in a really awkward position. Breaks at 3 surge. Never feels good when you have to do that. And Akatsuki in a pretty favorable position, although they do immediately skim, so no surge for them. Still some clean garbage just back and forth here, but Akatsuki with the favorable surge. Fantastic tank, actually. Great TST cancel, though, from Achiever, keeping themselves in the game. Achiever kind of stuck with a little bit of cheese. They need to get down while they still can. Akatsuki putting on the pressure, and Achiever just not quite fast enough on the downstack. And that's just kind of what happens when you're against a player who knows how to pressure like that, knows how to find attack, even on a mediocre board. It's got to be on your toes. Another DT opener against this LST from Akatsuki. And I really, really like this position for Akatsuki. He's got so much surge at his disposal. Still building up that back-to-back. And it's just a matter of time until the kill spike happens here if Akatsuki keeps up this offense. And he didn't even need the surge, just a clean kill. 3.6 PPS LST. And I think that just kind of goes to show, right? Like, at kind of this higher level of play, what really makes the difference is just the ability to kind of put yourself in a good stack more often, right? Like, every time Achiever's been in a good stack, he's been able to do something, but he just gets caught off like that, and immediately it's -1 round. Another DT versus LST here. Good DT stack for Achiever there, but they do need to get to their clean garbage. They block it a little bit. And they are immediately spiked out. Wow. Just such a fast punish. And Akatsuki showing their levels to this game here with a pretty clean 7-1 finish, though they did drop that 1 round earlier. How do you think things are looking now?
Well, it is very nice that Achiever was able to get that 1 point, but I think the bigger issue here is that Akatsuki is out of the picture, which means in order for UT Austin to still stay in this game, they need to land the specific matchup of Croissant 676 into Scarlet Lycan, and that's going to be really difficult because that means that they can't buy counterpicks anymore.
Right.
And that means that the other team, NCSU, can throw their lower 2 players and basically secure like all the matchups they want. And there's very little that UT Austin can do here unless they find some tricks here that we haven't really considered yet.
And just for the audience that's watching, could you reiterate like why exactly that matchup is so important?
Right. So NCSU has a very unbalanced matchup. They have these 2 players at the bottom that will lose to probably anybody on the UT Austin roster. They have Amberdoodle, who's probably going to beat anybody on the UT Austin roster, and then they have these other 2 players that will also beat anyone on the UT Austin roster, but might go even into Croissant. And if UT Austin wants to win, they need to beat those bottom 2 players, but they also need to get 1 more win, and that's going to have to be into Akatsuki or Scarlet Lycan, and with Croissant.
Now, I would make the argument that Kevin Young 07 is like at least on paper good enough of a player to upset Scarlet Lycan. Like I see a vision there.
That is true.
So I wouldn't say it necessarily needs to be that matchup exactly, but yeah, I entirely agree. Like I think that Scarlet Lycan matchup might end up being what decides this entire match, because if you drop that set, there's just no points remaining unless Amberdoodle kind of loses all of his skill, right?
Exactly.
And here we are. We got Dubu02 versus Live in Life. Live in Life about 1,000 TR ahead, so we're looking at a low U versus high U matchup here. And for all the players that have been in U rank or are in U rank, you would know that U rank matchups can be extremely volatile because everybody in this kind of skill range is good enough to kind of make plays, but also not good enough to be that consistent. Because if they were, they wouldn't be U rank. And so there's a lot of risk at this skill level, I feel like. Lots of volatility. And we're seeing that right now. Look at how much clean garbage is just being tossed back and forth. Slight misdrop from Live in Life. Now, it is a warm-up, so it's not that important yet, but if
Nice
this is kind of a
survival.
sign of things to come, yeah. I can only imagine that as this set goes on, right? Like both of these players playing pretty fast, especially Live in Life at the 3 PPS. I don't know since when U ranks have been playing 3 PPS, but I guess here we are in 2026. And I think that if this keeps up, we might see a lot of like kind of dropped rounds from both players, right? Because when it gets this volatile, it's just really, really hard to stay consistent.
Yep. And that's another issue for UT Austin here, because volatile matchups mean that every round they drop is another round they need to like win by against Scarlet Lycan.
Right. Live in Life in a very favorable position here. Dubu's still alive though. very tight survival. They can get out of this. They did waste their eyepiece, but oh my goodness, Live in Life might have absolutely sold. Oh no. We'll hope we don't see too much of that in the upcoming set. Thankfully, that was only the warm-up. Me personally, if that happened to me in an actual set, I would not be terribly happy. And that should take us into the set. Coming right up once these players are ready. I can only imagine the nerves, though. I mean, you could kind of see some of the shakiness, especially on Live in Life's side, kind of playing 3 PPS, but like not the most efficient 3 PPS,
Exactly.
which tends to be a sign of like kind of panicky gameplay, which honestly I understand. I do that all the time. And here we are. We're seeing a PCO versus, I believe, SDPC spin. Yeah. Ooh, rough start for Live in Life here, but they're able to find a beautiful multiplier on the way down, and that feels really good. Live in Life on a very nice stack. Dubu's still trying to downstack. And look at this offense from Live in Life. Their height difference not the best right now, but again, at that speed they're playing at, it almost doesn't matter. They've got plenty of time to stack up. Oh, okay. My apologies for saying that. Their time to stack up was annihilated by that one misdrop of theirs, and all of a sudden this round looks so lost for them. Oh no. And that's a huge round for Dubu here, actually, because he knows his upper players can kind of hold the fort. Every single round he steals here is a round that somebody else on UT Austin is going to have to steal off one of those better players. Oh, and another huge misdrop for Live in Life. Oh, no. You can just see the nerves on display there. And I think this is one of those reasons why SDPC is such a nice opener to have, because it's so punishing of the slightest mistake, right? Like, the downside is fairly minimal. And if you're able to like catch your opponent off guard, it's just a free win. And once again, Live in Life caught at the top, and they mishold, unable to grab their O piece there, and that immediately cost them the downstack. Dubu already up 3-0, and things are looking real dark for UT Austin right now. All right, we're at a much more even early game here. Dubu with a bit of an advantage, but nothing too substantial, only at that X5 surge. And the surge gets almost entirely canceled, though the cheese after it does not. Some rough misdrops from Live in Life once again, and Dubu is in a fantastic position to take this round if they're able to punish at all. Oh, but Dubu also having some misdrops. Oh my goodness. Both players kind of racing to the bottom here. Ooh, Dubu finds the downstack first, but Live in Life barely in time. Excellent 6 combo there to keep themselves alive and in this game. Dubu, another good spike. And Live in Life still a little bit of cheese to get through in that tiny bit. Those 3 lines of cheese right there cost them the round, and Dubu playing really, really solid right now. Ooh, Live in Life unable to get themselves to the ×4 surge, which means they basically just wasted 3 back-to-backs. Dubu, though, forced to break, found themselves on a bit of a tough stack, so that takes us back to even here. Rough partial cancel from Live in Life there, actually. Oh, they're stuck at the top! Oh, this is so tight. Barely able to get that eyepiece over, though. That was really, really scary. And honestly, Dubu playing an incredible game right now. Live in Life... Oh, no. Misdrops their eyepiece at the very top, and you can just feel the nerves on this match. SDPC spin once again coming out of Dubu here, and it seems to be working like a charm here. Live in Life unable to get any surge up whatsoever, and that's making a huge window for Dubu, though they are kind of stuck at the top for a moment here. Do need a couple more skims to open up that well, and they are able to. Live in Life with no surge to their name as well, so no real advantage built up from that slight mishap on Dubu's end. And such a rough stack. Hangs that J piece over, and it's 6-0 for Dubu here. I'm beginning to believe that this draft analysis from yours truly may have been underplaying downplaying the effects of NCSU's lower ranked players, because
That's true.
this is not what we expected from this matchup.
Not at all. There are a lot of factors to consider in CTL. In particular, the tournament nerfs, which I think we're seeing a lot of on Live and Life's side. A lot of these people have never played in a tournament before, and it can be tough. Playing in your first tournament, getting nervous, and especially when you're on stream.
Right. Oh, and the nerves come out again. Some really, really hasty stacking on Live and Life side, and that's a full sweep from Dubu. If there were pick'ems for this match, I would not imagine anyone would have bet on a 7-0 on this one. And not to be too down on UT Austin's chances here, but it looks almost over at this point. It would take something of a miracle, I think, to reverse this -13 deficit, given that Amberdoodle is still open and ready to play.
With Amberdoodle still on NCSU, UT Austin here is most likely going to just be trying to minimize their point differential loss for the standings. For those of you unaware, teams are ranked first based on how many wins they get, then based on the sum of their past opponents' wins, and then on their point differential. So even if the match is very difficult to overcome, that doesn't mean there's nothing on the line still, right? Like, every point you get here is still important in the standings, and you might be able to clinch a spot in the playoffs if you get your point differential good enough.
That is true. And NCSU sending out Scarlet Lycan first. So, yeah, no longer feeling as nervous, I can imagine, about this matchup. I can imagine that had they lost that as expected, they would have been a lot more kind of wary about sending out their middle player. But given the situation that they're in, I don't think they're terribly scared of these matchups coming up. And this kind of puts UT Austin in a conundrum, right? If you send out a player that isn't Croissant, who is their best player, you have the inherent risk of, can we even beat this player? If we lose this matchup, we're definitely cooked. And also our point differential is likely cooked, because our best player might have to play Amberdoodle, which is not ideal. Or, I guess it could go the other way, but not sending your best player here risks losing this. But also at the same time, if you do send your best player here, then you have no one left to take any rounds off Amber. So you kind of have a bit of a decision to make if you're UT Austin here. How would you play this?
I think I would send Croissant here because, again, like, it doesn't really matter who you send. In all likelihood, you're like not going to get many rounds off Amberdoodle, and assuming what happened the last round doesn't happen again to logic bugs, like, it is good to like maximize the amount of points you can get on both logic bugs and Scarlet Lycan, as opposed to just accepting sweeps on both, or like close to sweeps. So Croissant is the higher variance pick here, but I think most likely if you're playing for point differential, it is probably going to yield a higher result. It also does depend, though, on how these players are feeling. And, well, there you go. Croissant is playing, and
all right, that checks out.
Let's see how this goes.
Would you like to take a gander at kind of the decision-making process that inspired this choice of 3 numbers at the end of Croissant's username? Any thoughts, opinions?
I will not comment.
All right. Well, anyway, going into our warm-up here, very weird opener from Scarlet Lycan. What? Is this a mech card? Is this a mech card hook? I've never seen this before in my life. I have no idea what they're building. Maybe I'm a boomer now, and I'm just not.
This is a lot of very quick back-to-back.
That is a lot of back-to-back, but it also kind of doesn't yield anything with that not ideally timed surge break. And I think that's really one of the central kind of ideas of Season 2, which is that surge is super OP and you should be playing for it all the time. but it isn't enough just to build Surge, right? You need to know how to actually use it, how to net kills with it. And I think that's one of those skills that's really, really, really hard to learn, because to even kind of get to thinking about timing your Surge, you need to know how to build Surge. And once you've built your Surge, then you have to have the question of, are you aware enough to use it correctly? But in that
That's a
case,
nasty
fantastic Surge
spike.
break, though. Yeah, nasty spike. And I think that's how you want to be using your Surge, right? You want a big Surge, obviously, and then you want the down stack immediately after, right? You don't want to give your opponent a window between your Surge and your follow-up pressure, because in that time, they're going to tank your Surge. It's going to be a bunch of clean, and they're going to counter spike it, and that will cancel your follow-up pressure. And so you kind of got nothing out of the 15 back-to-backs you built up before. And here we are into the actual set. Scarlet Lycan, I will say, very fearsome stats if you're opening their Tetra League profile. 117 average APM. Nothing to scoff at. And they're playing with the timing a little, trying to make sure that no cheese gets through in the opening. And we see both players kind of waiting. Neither player wanting to send off their TD first, which is honestly fair enough. Being the first person to send it off is usually not good in a situation like this. Oh, excellent mech heart continuation from Croissant, actually. That was really smart. And all of a sudden, Croissant's board looking way better than Scarlet Lycan, though, caught on a rough upstack, and immediately their Surge is gone. Actually, both players on a pretty messy board. Can't imagine Scarlet Lycan's going to be building a lot of back-to-back off this, and Croissant caught in this really awkward downstack situation here. And yeah, neither player with any Surge to speak of, which means that it's going to be really hard to find a killing blow. Oh, Croissant kind of caught off guard, though. Very nice burst, though. Keep their hopes alive there. And yeah, had Croissant been even a tiny bit slower, they would have just died right there. Ooh, great Surge break and spike. That's so textbook. That is so textbook. You love to see that. They do need a little bit more follow-up pressure, though. They can't sit on their laurels for too long. And Scarlet Lycan gets out. That hurts really bad. With that said, though, Croissant, though, still holding that Surge, but they break so early. And immediately, all their lead is gone. Really good Surge break from Croissant there. They surged just enough to get to 4, and then immediately broke with a nice downstack. But their follower pressure was barely too slow, and that just immediately cost them the kill. Croissant in a pretty favorable position with a lot of clean on his board. They're able to kind of play towards that and just get some Surge up before they have to break. Maybe looking really good for them, but they break at such an inopportune time. Once again, unable to get anything off that Surge advantage. Ooh, interesting mech heart setup here from Croissant. A bit awkward, and their height difference doesn't look the best, but they did manage to get 5 Surge off that. So not too bad. Also putting some cheese on Scarlet Lycan's board there. Ooh, Croissant greeting hard for this back-to-back here. And it might pay off. Scarlet Lycan caught at the top, unable to find the downstack there. And very, very back-and-forth contested round. Both players keeping it pretty clean in the opener. Croissant playing with a lot of timing. Trying to make sure they don't get jump scared. Oh! Oh, that is a rough set of misdrops. Really, really good fix. Oh, but they misdropped the fix too! Oh, that hurts so bad. Oh, that actually feels so bad. They actually had the fix. They just immediately misdropped after the fix, and then it was all over after that. And that's kind of one of those things that happens in tournaments a lot, which is that you fight so hard for one competitive round, and then one misdrop later, the game's even again. Slightly awkward board for Croissant here, but great cancel on that Surge from Scarlet Lycan, so no real advantage to be had for either player. Ooh, what a multiplier. Great multiplier find from Croissant there. Scarlet Lycan caught at the top, but they do have a downstack, and they're able to find it. Slight misdrop on Croissant's board. Oh, what a surge break! Oh my. Is it enough to kill? It is not. Once again, the follow-up pressure just a little bit late. And Croissant gets a new lease on life. Wow. Some really good surge breaking, actually. It's the follow-up pressure that's really beginning to kind of show for these players. Both players stuck with a bit of cheese. No one really building that much right now, but I think we're back. Both players finally on a clean board, though Croissant hesitating a little bit. Scarlet Lycan breaks their surge a little early, but Croissant has no cancel for it, so he has to eat all the cheese. Croissant looking really, really good here, actually. If they're able to get to that clean, they're not getting to the clean. They need to get to their clean really soon. And it's taking just a little bit too long. That gives Scarlet Lycan room to build themselves an advantage. And things can get really tough here. Great cancel from Scarlet Lycan. They're still building up that back-to-back, but a really well-timed surge break plus a misdrop from the other end means Croissant's able to stay in that round. Very smart all-spinning from Croissant there to keep their back-to-back alive. Wow, what a sequence. Oh, very awkward stacking. But Croissant, once again, that all-spin vision really coming up here. Incredible all-spinning and a fantastic surge break. Really, really messy back and forth round once again, but the all-spin vision comes through for Croissant, and I think they won off only that, actually. I'm pretty sure if their all-spin vision was even slightly worse, that round would still be going right now. A very questionable opening for Croissant here. Immediate early misdrop. And they put the eyepiece there. Classic blunder, trying to get the eyepiece to the left side of the board. And this just feels really bad. You know, you have two really hard-fought wins, and your opponent has two random rounds where you just misdropped. But that's just how the game goes, right? It's tournament situation, high pressure, and each mistake costs you. Good surge from Scarlet Lycan, but sent at not nearly the right timing, so Croissant able to kind of brush it off. Croissant looking at some back-to-back here, but yeah, stuck at the top, forced to break. Very reasonable surge break, honestly. Not much they could have done about that. But they're going to make it ×4 again here, and Scarlet Lycan's in a really rough position. They need to get to that clean immediately. Good sequence, though, for Scarlet Lycan. Able to cancel off that surge. Ooh, Scarlet Lycan caught at the top a little bit. But a very nice downstack sequence gets them out of it. And once again, both players kind of even. This is a really, really close matchup. Oh, and great follow-up pressure there on Scarlet Lycan's part. Just taking that clean garbage, immediately sending it back. And because Croissant decided to send clean on a rough board, that was just the immediate result, right? Like, you send too much clean, your opponent counter spikes, and you have nothing ready. Both players looking pretty clean out in the opener, but Croissant actually in a worse board state. Scarlet Lycan able to maintain that center well. And for those who may not know, much better to be in a center well than in a 9-0 in this game. So very good stuff from Scarlet Lycan there. Although they were not able to find anything with their surge. They're a little overcommitted to this all-spin sequence, need to get there really quickly. But able to get a surge break with it, so not too bad for them. Both players looking really cheesed up right now. No real attacks being sent back and forth, but Croissant, first player to try to kind of break the stalemate, building up some back-to-back. Back-to-back ×4 now. And climbing while Scarlet Lycan still dealing with a little bit of that cheese from earlier. Ooh, Croissant makes a bit of a stacking blunder. And that cost them really bad because their surge basically amounted to nothing. They have cheese on their board. And I think this is why surge timing matters so much, right? Like your surge lead can turn into a surge deficit so fast if you're not careful about using it. Good downstack spike though. And Scarlet Lycan completely caught off guard. Kind of tunnel visioned a little bit on that hamburger they built in the middle, and the TPs just did not come soon enough. Croissant taking another round here, keeping it at 3-3. Solid opening for both players here. Croissant super clean on those all spins, but Scarlet Lycan not doing a bad job of their own. Ooh, great surge break from Croissant though. Classic tank Sen, and that's just so textbook. Just you know, how it's always been done since the beginning of Season 2. Tank the enemy surge, build up a small attack, break surge, go down. Classic. Ooh, rough board for Croissant there, but they are able to find such an incredible spike out of it, actually. And yeah, Scarlet Lycan just immediately topped out. Great counter spiking there with the surge. And yeah, I did not expect that round to end so quickly, but I guess the pressure from that opener from Croissant really working wonders for them. And Scarlet Lycan back at it again with this really interesting, like, kind of all spin spam cheesy opener that I'm not really used to seeing. Neither player was very much built up, though, and as the cheese is starting to pile on, looking at much more of an even middle game here. Croissant greeting a little bit for that T-spin. No real consequence of it, though, given that there's no pressure on the other end either. Oh, Scarlet Lycan caught with a rough misdrop on the right side of their board, and Croissant beginning to run away with it. Up 6-3. Honestly, I'm really impressed by the all-spin vision of these players because that's usually something I would associate with really, really high-level play. And these guys just got it like that, you know? Like, U-ranks all-spinning like that now? That's kind of crazy to me. Ooh, good spike from Croissant there. And actually, this is really good for him because Scarlet Lycan caught on a bit of a rough board, but really nice 6 combo downstack to get themselves out of that situation. And so that entirely costs Croissant their advantage. Oh, random Tetris PC? No way. That just came out of completely left field. And actually, Scarlet Lycan caught at the top a little bit, able to get to their eyepiece, though. So they're going to survive that for sure. Oh, Croissant also jump scared. Oh, misdrops the eyepiece! Oh my goodness, that was so scary for Croissant there. Thankfully, they had a second one, but that could have been so much worse. Stack looking really sketchy for Scarlet Lycan here, but they do have back-to-back, which means that they can always panic surge if they need to. And they send off the surge there. Really rough timing for that surge, though. Because, yeah, there's all their resources used up. Croissant tanks and sends, and that will be that match. Winning that 7-3. And giving UT Ausin a very valuable win.
Yeah, that's those are a lot of points that are going to be helping their point differential. And now UT Ausin needs to decide if they think it's worth it to buy counterpick. Buying counterpick here is going to cost them 5 points, but if they think that Kevin Yang is going to do 5 or 6 points better than Juicy against Logic Bugs, then it might be worth it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I don't believe that in the slightest. Logic Bugs is an SS rank. Most likely, yeah, Kevin Yang and Juicy both beat up Logic Bugs pretty bad, and they also both get annihilated by Amber, so I can't imagine it actually matters what the order is, and you absolutely do not want to spend 5 points for that. But to each their own, you know.
And yes, they don't buy counterpick.
Yeah, they do not buy counterpick.
into what I assume is, yes, Amberdoodle.
And Amberdoodle sent out final boss of the NCSU roster. And I would just like to throw this out there. If you look at the information, Amberdoodle, very scary X plus rank, 24-230 TR. What is not being pointed out there is that they are actually incredibly underranked, and they peaked top 10 in Tetra League. So, yeah, do not mess with this guy. This guy knows how to play the game.
So I'm sure you've played a lot of matches against Amberdoodle. What
I have.
weaknesses would you say we need to be looking out for here?
So the problem with Amberdoodle is that they're like a top, I wouldn't say top level player. Like they're not going to compete against the likes of like a Gohan or a Diao, right? But like they're very, very skilled, very few holes in their game. If there's anything they're really not that good at, I would say it's probably like because their strength is timing, right? Their real weaknesses are simply fundamental. I think they don't send the best pressure. They don't necessarily have the cleanest down stack, but they know how to play the surge really accurately, and they know how to oh my goodness, that spike. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? He's playing 4.2 PPS. I mean, that's tough. But yeah, I think Amberdoodle's only real weaknesses are that he doesn't have the most accurate down stacking sometimes, and he's not the best at follow-up pressure. So if you're able to survive his surge, big ask given that he's at that skill level, but if you're able to survive the surge, you have a much better chance at survival than you would against a promo type player who just can blow you up with APM on any board at any point of the game. But I'm really worried for Kevin Yang here because Amberdoodle's going to have better fundamentals in this matchup anyway. And because his surge timing's so accurate, you have to wonder if there's any room to win at all, right? Because a player that can time like that is just such a nightmare in CTL, right? You've got players that are really good but really inconsistent. But when you have players that can time, it becomes a real challenge even getting a single round because they know how to play their defensive resources. And yeah, it's already looking really rough for Kevin Yang here. Down by so much surge, and oh my god. Yeah, I mean, that's just what you expect from a top player like that. Give them a clean board. They have 12 surge advantage on you. You send them more clean. I mean, what are you going to do? Okay, both players kind of building the same opener here. Yeah, Amberdoodle actually messing up their upstack a little bit, but I just can't imagine it matters too much here. Just looking really, really rough for Kevin Yang as the follow-up pressure finally comes in, and it just might already be over. Maybe not, though. What a donation find, actually. Incredible canceling ability from Kevin Yang here, though they do need to open up that well really, really quickly. And do they find it? They do not find the J-Tuck, and immediately another round for Amberdoodle there. So yeah, I mean, there was kind of a display of the weakness, right? You saw Amberdoodle was forced to surge early because of a stacking mishap. They didn't manage to find enough follow-up pressure to kill Kevin Yang out the gate, but it just doesn't matter, right? Like at this level of play, I think you need to be also a top player to kind of exploit a weakness like that, you know?
Yep. Kevin Yang though, not with a lot of options here, and that is to be expected. If there is something he's going to try to do, what would you say you would do in his position?
To be honest, I would.
Oh,
Amberdoodle completely messes up their stack. Did they misread the eye placement? That felt like a misread. I think they thought the eyepiece was going into the well, and they didn't realize the line wasn't cleared yet. Okay, that was a miracle. Damn, Kevin Yang actually gets one. I'm very impressed. I got to imagine the UT Austin folks are quite happy about that one. So yeah, I mean, if there's anything you're trying to do as Kevin Yang, it's play aggressive in the opener and pray for a mishap, right? And they managed to get that last round, but I mean, you can only ask for so many of those, right? And they're the ones with the misread this time. I think they were really confident that L piece was going to clear, but they didn't realize that the line was cleared yet. And yeah, I mean, misreading the board goes both ways, right? The Reaper of misdrops does not discriminate. Oh, rough opening here from Kevin Yang. They need to open up that well, and they waste the eyepiece to do it. Is there any room left to survive this? And there just is not. They needed to get that L piece down a good bit faster. And Amberdoodle taking that opportunity. Really fascinating opener choice from Kevin Yang. And you do not want to be sending this little against a 4-wide like that. Is there any cancel available for Kevin Yang? They're just, oh, it's already over, is it not? Oh, no, they have a cancel. Nice down stack. But the follow-up is coming. Kevin Yang in a down stack battle against time, and there is just no time left. Yeah, if you're against a 4-wide like that, you need a certain amount of cancel to at least ease the first bit of cheese. And unfortunately, Kevin Yang played their opener just a little bit too slow, and just nothing you can do at that point in the round. Okay, good opening from Kevin Yang. If they're able to use their surge correctly here, nice jump scare spike. Almost had the kill. Amberdoodle, unfortunately, a bit too skilled to die to that. And, Kevin Yang misses a down stack. And yeah, that's just going to be the round. But I think Kevin Yang played it with the right kind of mentality, right? Looked like built an aggressive opener, got 4 surge, sent the surge early, looking for a jump scare. Unfortunately, Amber just too accurate. And oh no. This could be... Oh, Amber messes up their 4-wide, actually. I'm pretty sure they had a hook into a multiplier there. It does not matter, though. Yeah, just kind of an inevitable result, I would argue. Honestly, very impressive that one round from Kevin Yang there, able to kind of find that one mishap from Amber and capitalize. But unfortunately, what are you going to do against a minimum, I would say, top 30 skill player? Just a really tough matchup.
A valiant effort indeed, and our last match is Juicy versus Logic Bugs.
And with that, unfortunately, that does decide the match. Unfortunately, a 15-point deficit is not comebackable even with a sweep here from Juicy, but once again, the point differential does matter. It is a Swiss tournament with a point differential tiebreaker, so it would be very, very good for UT Austin to kind of close this out with a sweep, ideally. And I'd imagine NCSU on the opposite end wanted to get as many points as possible here, because as some may know, I believe there's going to be 1 4-0 team. There's going to be, I believe, 4 3-1 teams. Is that accurate? I might have to confirm that. And then after that, rough misdrop from Logic Bugs there. But anyway, yeah, most likely, at least based on seed, NCSU is going to be in a position where whether or not they make the playoffs is based on their tiebreaker. Just like statistically, that's probably the most likely. And so running up the count on UT Austin actually matters for them. So if Logic Bugs is able to steal rounds, that's really, really important for their team. I have not confirmed what the results of the other matches in upper bracket are. I'd imagine a lot of them have not happened yet. But either way, Juicy with a huge misdrop. That's so rough for Juicy. Unfortunately for Logic Bugs, they have 0 attack whatsoever. No punish in sight. And so both players sitting on almost 0 APM. Really rough opening for both. Ends up neutralizing though, and Logic Bug's somehow the one that's behind in this situation. I'm kind of shocked actually that Juicy is ahead at this point in the round.
A lot of cheese on Logic Bug's board, and they're having trouble digging through it.
Yeah, just so tough.
And
Good cancel on the good spike, honest. Good cancel attempt from Logic Bugs there with the T-spin single, but unfortunately there were like 13, 14 lines coming in. Absolutely no way. I have not seen that opener used by a player in so long, by the way. The new DT. Funny I'm saying new because it's been around for so long. Rough misdrops from Logic Bugs instantly end that. But yeah, I mean, I have not seen players use that new DT opener like Juicy was just doing in a long time. So always fun to see a unique choice of opener. It's kind of like watching someone albatross in the modern day. Wait a second. Juicy caught off guard. No skims available. They built themselves into a corner, wasted their eyepiece, and overcommitted to the stack, and Logic Bug steals around. Oh, Jusei once again actually caught in a pretty awkward board state. Forced to skim out of that. No surge in sight for either player, but I much prefer Logic Bug's position. They did miss that multiplier, but it just does not matter. Jusei caught with such a rough 9-0 stack, and all their eyepieces stuffed to the left. No resources left to survive that.
Just like with Dubu, we're seeing these mismatched matchups for NCSU, but they're not backing down. They are taking points when even when the matchup is against them.
Yeah, I can't lie. Logic Bugs is playing very, very well for their rank right now. I would not expect an SS player to be putting on a performance like this. Oh, Logic Bugs once again kind of showing that they've got those nerves of steel in a position like this. I mean, they're finding good survivals, able to get that clean garbage, and actually, I really, really like Logic Bugs' positioning here. If they're able to find a spike off that, they did find the spike, but Jusei, quick on the down stack, able to get to the clean well in time. But I think that's really what you want to be doing if you're Logic Bugs, right? You want to basically stay in the game and abuse clean every chance you get, right? And once again, a clutch down stack from Logic Bugs keeps them in the game. Unfortunately, not enough there. Did kind of mismanage their stack at the end. And Jusei able to take a lead here, 3-2. We're also watching quite the speed differential make itself known in this match. Jusei way faster of a player, and that gives them a lot more leeway to make mistakes if they happen to do so. And Logic Bugs, yep, that's exactly what I was talking about. If Logic Bugs was playing at the speed Jusei was playing at, there's a decent chance they make it out of that. But when you're down by 0.6 PPS, there's just no way you're getting away with a mistake like that. And Jusei takes another freebie. Oh, Jusei misses the PC on that new DT. Probably was looking for it. But doesn't really matter. Still decent board state for them. Logic Bugs actually with a rough board state because they have that cheese at the bottom. Forced to downstack it. Jusei would be at an advantage right now, but also a rough misdrop on their end as well, preventing any surge building there. Jusei committing to this 09 stack. Very traditional stacking here, I will say. Oh, okay. Logic Bugs finds a misdrop at the top of their board, so they were forced to break back-to-back. But Jusei's board is so bad that I don't think their surge is going to amount to all that much. Incredible poise being shown here by Logic Bugs on these boards. Lots of positions where I would say your average SS would panic and die, and they're finding some very clean and accurate downstacks. Ooh, Jusei, though, able to get the double Tetris on that clean well. Not enough to close out the round, but once again, a scary situation. Logic Bug stuck at the top of the board with a misdrop. They need to find a solution really quickly here. And the solution comes just a little bit too late, I think. Yeah, wasted both their eyepieces at the top, and I think that sealed their fate. Jusei finding the additional follow-up pressure and extending their lead to 5-2. More in line with what I'd say we were expecting for this matchup. Ooh, rough misdrops for Logic Bugs there. Jusei finds a 12 spike to punish it, but not quite enough. But they find another spike, and Logic Bugs completely trapped at the top of the board. Nowhere to put those Z pieces. And Jusei finds another round. Jusei with some opening misdrops here. They are vulnerable if Logic Bugs find some pressure, but Logic Bugs in a bit of an awkward board state of their own, unable to find any pressure there. And so both players back to what is pretty close to neutral. Oh, Jusei really quick on that upstack, though. Oh my, they found so much pressure out of nowhere, and Logic Bugs is already out of there. And that does it. Brings it 7-2. bringing UT Austin up to 16 points, and that will be the match. NCSU takes it 26-16. A valiant effort from the UT Austin players. Had a lot of very close and competitive sets, actually. But at the end, I think NCSU's top-end skill, and as well as Dubu's incredible upset performance, I think give them the win. And I'd imagine that feels really good for NCSU. This was projected to be a pretty close match, and they take it by 10 points. That's really good for their point differential.
Agreed. I think especially Dubu performed really well. And now we're going to do interviews. Starting with the NCSU roster, we have Amber Doodle and Logic Bugs that would like to join. So let's welcome them on. Oh, and Dubu. All three of them.
Oh, all right. We got a lot of people.
Let's do it.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
let me add the other two. Oh, this is just the whole team.
It's the whole team. Let's go.
Hello, everyone.
We're not missing anyone, right? We got everyone?
We're missing a player on their team, but not. They didn't join the Penny interview.
Yeah, they won't be joining us. They won't be joining us.
So first, I'd just like to say congratulations on your win. Big plus 10 point differential win. That must feel good. And I'd imagine, you guys are hoping to make it to the playoff bracket. So how are you feeling? How's the vibe?
We're feeling pretty good. Certainly, I feel like our team performed pretty good today. A little bit of nerves, but overall, I think we did really good.
Very nice. Yeah. Did you give a lot of thought to the draft? What educated your decisions, your bans and your picks?
Yeah, so we did meet up a little beforehand, just to, flesh out who we wanted to ban, and we tried to run scenarios of, who would win against who. Some of the results were a little unexpected, but they were unexpected in a good way, I guess, so overall it worked out well there.
Yeah, that was a really good performance by Dubu.
Yes, we were very impressed with her. We were very proud of her on that. That was crazy.
Were there any scenarios you were afraid of in the draft, and how did you work to avoid them?
I don't think there was any particular scenario that we were afraid of. We were, I guess, a little worried that perhaps we would end up having a close matchup at some point. For example, if we had Croissant against Dubu, for instance, then it would have probably been a little closer there. So we did try to avoid that.
I think it was ideal I got the weakest player. We were kind of trying for that because we didn't think I'd get many points, but some is better than none.
Mm-hmm. And I know you got a really nice result here, but is there anything you would have done differently if you could go back and approach this set again with some hindsight?
For this set in particular, probably not. I feel like we've played it about as well as we could have. The rest of it would have just been up to individual players and their performances, so not really, no.
Gotcha. And on your team, go for it, Kat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I wanted to get a non-draft related question in there. Given that it is a tournament for college students, and a lot of you have not really played in tournaments before, except Amber Doodle. I know Amber Doodles might have played more tournaments than I have, actually. But for everyone else, right, what's the impact of nerves in that match? I mean, looking at it from the perspective of a commentator, you guys looked really, I'll say, calm under pressure, I would say. Especially Dubu, I think, played extremely solid under pressure. But, I mean, what's the impact, right? How does it feel playing in that versus just queuing Tetra League?
Yeah. In terms of our overall team, I think Amber and Dubu were very composed. And then I think Logic, myself, and Scarlet Lycan were a little more nervous, which led to increased misdrops and that
I had substantially more misdrops, but
I would say that I just queue Tetra League a lot, so I'm used to playing under pressure, especially under the tiebreaker matches. So I just sort of decided to see it from a perspective of fun rather than I have to win this right now, and that sort of made me do better, if that makes sense.
That's a good mentality. That's a really good mentality.
That is a good mentality, yes.
And I think it actually is, I would say I agree in terms of players that have a lot of versus activity instead of just grinding single player or playing against bots all the time tend to do better, from my memory, in tournament situations because they just more used to the pressure of playing against another player and dealing with unexpected situations. So yeah, I mean, just really good showing from your team, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I think that about wraps up this interview. Thank you for showing up, everyone, and
Thank
good
you.
luck in the next few weeks.
Thank you very much for interviewing us.
Yes, of course.
Good luck next week.
Thank you.
Is there anyone on the UT Austin team that would like to be interviewed?
I believe so. I have to confirm, but I believe so.
Let me go ask them.
Yeah, let's check.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, I believe we've got Croissant from UT Austin here. Hello, hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep, I can
yes,
hear
we
you.
can.
Okay.
I believe you are live on the stream, so yeah, I guess I'll go with the first question here. Obviously not quite the result you wanted, but still an incredibly respectable showing from your team, and you as well. You had a very good set with Scarlet Lycan there.
you.
What's the plan kind of going into next week, and what are the vibes on the team?
Well, obviously, like, there's some things that we think we can do better, of course, and we hope to, like, improve so that our future matchups are more, like, better for us,
Right.
of course. But also, I mean, this was, like, compared to, like, last week, well, I don't know if I can talk about it but from my own personal experience, last week was kind of bad. So I feel like I did better this week. I mean, last week I lost against a person I don't think I really should have lost against. But yeah, so this week I feel like there was improvement. Of course, the other members had different opinions, and we will try to work better to improve our overall scores, of course.
Fair enough. Yeah, Zynex, you got
How would you say that your team is managing tournament nerves and other factors that are beyond just playing a normal game? And other players on the team can pitch in too.
My nerves were not really there because I was playing versus Amber Doodle and I got 1 point off him.
that was very impressive.
Oh wait, yeah, no, sorry. The other two people did not play in this. So personally for me, I thought I played well with nerves compared to before because I haven't really played any tournaments, so this was quite like I was a lot more nervous than I would usually play, so I played worse. But like I did like some precautions this week, like my hands are always cold when I play against people on tournaments, so I like wash my hands with warm water and stuff like that.
That's smart. That's really smart.
That is really smart. Yes.
Yeah, we were literally talking about that like right before he started this game. I think as a whole, like kind of, I mean, Croissant already said it pretty well. Just as a like he didn't have like the best playstyle like last week, and then this week he was a lot more calm, a lot more relaxed. I think overall, honestly, we didn't play super bad. Like in the matches, like we kind of had all the matches that we wanted to get, and we played pretty well. I guess like one major turning point was like that second round between Dubu and Living Life. That changed things a bit. But I mean, I don't think we're too upset with the performance. I mean, we were like the lower seed going into this, and we kept it like tight at the very end. So, we'll just see what happens next week.
Yep.
Fair enough.
And yes, a question for you actually. What thought process went into deciding which players you were going to ban and blind pick?
Oh, that is a question you should not be asking me. I just asked like the other members like what we're going with. We've had so much discussion about like straight up running algorithms and whatnot, trying to figure out like what is the best move. Just like searching every possible matchup scenario to see like what maximizes our chances to win. But in this case, I guess like for starters, like in this game specifically, we were thinking about probably trying to ban the lower two players, and both in this game and last week, we had like our opponent had a player who was noticeably high ranked, where we were kind of expecting them to get a 7-0 sweep, or I guess in today's case a 7-1 game against them. So there's like I guess like a lot of different factors that just come into what we were thinking. But we ended up banning what was it, Dubu first, and then banning Scarlet afterwards, and then based on their results, we just start playing from there and see what happens.
Gotcha.
Yeah, fair enough.
And we also
any more
have
questions?
we also have Live in Life here. And
Rip me.
yes,
Yeah.
I'd like to ask you what your experience was like. Obviously, this was not the result that
Yeah.
you would have preferred, but do you have
Yeah,
any thoughts to share about this?
Yeah, I was probably too focused on trying to get like a 7-0 that I just forgot to actually try and win each individual game. I also, I don't know, I also probably tried to play too fast and misdropped a bunch. I don't know, man. It's very embarrassing, but I'll try and do better next week, I guess.
I mean,
Oh,
to be
yeah.
honest, there's no embarrassment to be had. You are in CTL. You are playing for a team that's in upper bracket. So, I mean, you are no slouch of a player. Nobody actually in this match today was a slouch. And obviously not the ideal performance. But again, I can't imagine you have that much tournament experience. Everyone's first 1 or 2 tournaments is going to be like that, you know? Not really sure what to do. You're in a pressure situation. It's hard to play accurately. You misdrop. You lose one. It is what it is, and I'm sure that as the tournament progresses, you'll get more opportunities to prove your skill. So, yeah, no need to dwell on this result. And as a player with a decent amount of tournament experience, I get it. Sometimes you throw, sometimes it happens, and all you can do is GG go next. So, yeah, good luck next week. And thank you all for showing up for the interview.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do some TL, try to redeem myself a little bit.
You got it. You got it.
Also,
Yeah,
good
I mean,
times,
wait,
and-
honestly, the last point you said, like, I think just kind of summarizes what our mentality was. I mean, last week we didn't have, the best showing, but we kind of just took it as like, okay, this is our lesson. Here's what we did good. Here's what we could have done better. We just go next week. We see what happens. And we had like the score's gonna say we had a loss, but I think there were a lot of like improvements in different parts of our gameplay. So kind of just the same thing. Rinse and repeat. See if we can get a win next week.
That's a very good mentality, and the next few weeks, the matches are most likely going to be a lot closer, and I'm very excited to see how your team does in these matchups.
I agree.
All right. Well,
so yeah, thanks for showing out, and I would just like to throw this out there. I think because of the format of the tournament, only one team can go 0-4. So all you need to do is make sure you're not the team that goes 0-4. If you really think about it.
Wait, this was
then,
literally
you basically win.
I don't know.
Just don't go 0-4 and like you're pissed chilling, right?
I was really hoping.
That is true.
But I guess
that was literally our position last year. Like we were 0-3. We ended up winning our last game, so we didn't end 0-4.
Let's go.
Hopefully we don't go 0-3 this year. We can get a win next week, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean,
good luck next
I
week.
feel like
was there for the battle for last
place.
I didn't catch that. Kusan, can you repeat that?
I feel like our standards should be slightly higher than don't get last place this year. But, it is what it is. If we do end up selling all our games and we end up with a 0-3 position like last year, we can always hope for the not getting last place. We can always settle for not getting last place.
I don't know.
All right. Well, thank you for showing out. GG's today. And I think we're out of time, right? I think we were out of time. So
yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I'll leave it as I want to try and somehow beat an X next week. That's how I want to redeem myself, even though it's not going to happen.
It's doable. You're fast and volatile. It's actually super doable. You would be shocked. As the fast player, you're like more likely to lose to a bum, but you're also a lot more likely to upset a really good player. You'd be surprised.
I'm usually pretty good against bonkers, supposedly. I actually have a winning record against Kevin, though, but despite him, against like everyone else. So.
All right. Well, I think we've run out of time, and I'd like to thank you all for showing up and for playing today. And I wish you all a nice rest of your day and a nice and lucky next few matches.
All right.
Take
thank
care,
you.
everyone. Yes.
Yep,
have a
Yeah,
nice
thank you
night.
for having us.
Yes, goodbye.
Bye.
Well, I'm cringe.
No.
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 Do not worry. There will always be more matches. You are not defined by your worst match. You're also, I would argue, not defined by your best match either. You're defined by the average, but there will always be more chances to prove yourself. You can always improve. Sometimes you regress, sometimes you do better. It is what it is. That's just how the game goes. And I guess with that ends our comm block. So
Yes.
thank you to CTL for having us. It's been a pleasure.
Yes, and tune in tomorrow for UC Riverside versus UBCB and Columbia versus UCSB. These are going to be fairly close matches, and you don't want to miss them.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Take care.